Welcome to 3RL's class assembly.
We are going to share with you some of the things we have been learning and some of our favourite songs. We hope you enjoy it.
In history, we have been learning about kings and queens. Whilst learning about the Tudor monarchy and during Black History Month, we found out about a man called John Blank. It is thought he began working for the royal family in 1507 and continued to be one of 8 royal trumpeters in the courts of Henry VIII and Henry VII until 1512. He remains the only Black Tudor for whom we have an image and is deemed an incredibly significant feature in Tudor and Black British history.
In history, we learnt about the Tudors and compared the reign of King Henry VIII to that of the current Queen, Queen Elizabeth II. We learnt that Henry VIII was an absolute monarch, whereas Queen Elizabeth II is a constitutional monarch.
This means Henry VIII had all the power and didn't share it, where Elizabeth II shared her power. She shared the power with the Prime Minister, and the people vote for the Prime Minister.
Anyone who's lived around these parts or ever knew us is well aware that you should never mess with the Tudors. My granddad Henry VII, he beat King Richard. That was Richard, the different attack. He liked to make the rough attack, he liked his Henry. He called his own son Henry, what was he like? Everyone said Henry VIII was a baddie. I have to agree, even though he was my daddy.
Just mopping out the drops and wires.
Cause the Tudors were too big as Judas, and just like barracudas, we killed them as cow. Judas, just little Judas, this was not just Judas, silent cow. He was quite notorious, I liked the hunt and slaughter, but then he had a daughter, Mary was her name. It was the son I wanted, so I lost her mother. Then what you had another? No, don't again.
Oh, that's me you're talking about.
Judas, baby, don't you just best not to ask. Must have been my laddie, yes, sickly little Eddie. Was it got Eddie? Who came next? Your daughters then took over. First came Bloody Mary. My sisters were all scary, so all hail me. Judas, Judas, and then there's nothing Judas who killed and called. Never had a care, so our rain in the there. We made our friends there, but we were never dull.
We also learned about the life of Henry VIII. We discovered he had 6 wives and that they didn't all meet a happy ending. We researched their names, learned if they gave the king any children, and whether they were divorced, beheaded, or if they survived.
Divorced and Henry died, divorced and Henry survived, and Henry VIII had 6 sorry wives. Some might say I ruined their lives. Catherine of Aragon was born. She failed to give me a son. I had to ask her for a divorce. That broke my heart, of course. Catherine of Aragon was Jew. Her daughter Precious was Jew. I sent her letter with some of them out. Oh, that was true.
looked at portraits of Henry VIII and then created our own portraits of him. I really enjoyed doing this and focused on the shading to show the dark and light on his hat, robe and face.
I really liked to design my own royal banner because I was able to draw a crown and then use shading to create a good effect.
In art, we have been exploring colours. I enjoyed mixing the colours together to make different colours.
In geography, we have been learning about rivers and using maps and maps to locate them.
We have also used maps to locate cities and counties in the UK. It was fun using the maps. Last term in maths we learnt the column addition and column subtraction methods. We solved lots of problems using these methods as well as applying our mental math skills. We were able to use our knowledge of addition and subtraction to problem solve and provide a reason for our answers. In maths this term we have been learning all about multiplication and division. We have focused a lot on our times tables, making sure we can recall both the multiplication and division facts for the 2s, 5s, 10s and 3 times and 4 times tables.
It's time to sing along to our 3 times table song. It's as easy as can be. Harry, sing along with me. I am sure you will agree. I am sure you will agree. Let's start now, please. 1, 3 is 3. 2, 3s are 6. 3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 15. And 6 3s are 18. 7 3s are 21. 8 3s are 24. 9 3s are 27. 10 3s are 30. 11 3s are 33. 12 3s are 36. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 and 24, 27, 30, 33 and 36. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease. It's time to sing along to our 3 times table song. It's as easy as can be. Harry, sing along with me. I am sure you will agree that it's time to test the 3s. Let's start now, please. 1 3 is 3. 2 3s are 6. 3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 12. 5 3s are 15. And 6 3s are 18. 7 3s are 21. 8 3s are 24. 9 3s are 27. 10 3s are 30. 11 3s are 33. 12 3s are 36. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 and 24, 27, 30, 33 and 36. We have sang our 3s. We sang with ease.
In PSHE, we have learned how to keep ourselves safe in risky or dangerous situations.
We discussed the importance of speaking to grown-ups and reducing any risks when doing things like crossing the road, playing at the park, and going on the internet.
We also discussed the importance of never drinking from unlabelled bottles or taking medicine unnecessarily. We created a routine for us to follow in order to think about what we should do if we find ourselves in a risky situation.
Stop and stand still. Take a deep breath. Weigh up the consequences. Think carefully. Think again. Decide what to do.
In Spanish, we have learnt the numbers 0 to 15. It was tricky at first, but we have the hang of it now, and our language skills have improved.
That's 1, 2, 3. Come and learn all your Spanish with me. 4, that's 1, 5, that's 5, 6, that's 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. 8, 9, 10, 10. Otra vez. 1, 2, 3, that's 1, 2, 3. Come and learn all your Spanish with me. 4, that's 1, 5, that's 5, 6, that's 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. 8, 9, 10, 10. 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
We have also learnt some of the colours in Spanish. My favourite colour is rosa.
My favourite colour is negro.
Red is rojo, red is rojo, blue is azul, blue is azul. Yellow is amarillo, yellow is amarillo. Verde is green, black is negro, black is negro. Blanco is white, blanco is white.
In English, we have been learning how to listen, to follow and write instructions. Some of the features we need to include are a title, an introduction, subheadings, and a method with bullet points.
We also have to include a list of things like an equipment list if you are instructing someone to make something, or a list of ingredients if you are giving instructions to cook or bake. Something we also have to include prepositions, time adverbs and imperative verbs, and a conclusion. In instruction writing, it is also helpful to include pictures and diagrams to help the reader know what their project should look like at each stage. Top tips are also useful for them if there is a particularly tricky part.
Our current class novel is The Boy Who Grew Dragons. It is written by Andy Shepherd. We were very lucky to receive a letter from the author who inspired us to get creative and use our imaginations and draw our own dragons.
Science, this term we are learning about animals including humans. As a part of our learning, we have investigated owl pellets.
We used tools to take apart the pellets and we discovered bones of animals that owls had eaten. The reason we found the bones is because the owls can't digest them. We also found the fur of different animals, including shrews, rodents, and moles. Some of us also found feathers.
In Forest School, we have been protecting trees by removing weeds and unwanted debris. We have also using saws safely to cut logs in half to be using for other products. We really enjoyed our time working together at Forest School.
Thank you for watching.